Hey people, I am live. Welcome to a miserable, rainy Thursday live stream. It's just about 5 p.m. It is around maybe single digits, 7, 8 degrees maybe. And it's been raining continuously since yesterday. Pretty much non-stop rain for more than 24 hours now. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Craig O'Connor, Zach the Transit Enthusiast, hello Mark M, Alan K, good to see you. Israel Morales, hello Darren Sahedo. Gabriella Guto's in the house, good to see you Gabriella. Alicia Lewis, hello. Or is it Alicia? What's up Billy T? Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to come out and walk around in this miserable weather, but looks like that's what I'm doing. Got the umbrella. I got my tech sort of protected by plastic, trying to make sure I keep it as dry as possible here. I have a feeling the umbrella will probably turn out to be more of a detriment as time goes on if the wind kicks up. We all know how that works out usually when you're trying to stream with an umbrella. Although this is a really heavy-duty, awesome umbrella. Gifted to me, so this will be the first true test, I think, of this new umbrella. We'll see how it does. Hey Sebastian, hello. Boom Productions. Lurking while working. Keep it on the QT. What's up Carl Roth? Hey Famous Master. Christos. We might be in for more of this weather tomorrow too, so even if I did opt to stay home and stream tomorrow, I'd probably end up in the same situation then anyway. So I'm just going to walk around downtown. I'm on the east side now, kind of close to where I live. Where did I get this umbrella? From Vivian Johnson. She sent it to me as a gift a little while ago. It's that one that opens like a jet engine when you push the button. It goes boom! And it closes with as much force also. Hey Rob, hello. Rain across the pond as well. Yeah, I think this is the sort of coolest weather we've had for this late in May in over 50 years, over closer to 60 years really, like 58 years I think since it was cooler than this late in May. Hey, John Nicholson, Randy Ruck. Hey, Do the Deed, hello. I hope you enjoy the sounds of the rain. Hey, Moments with Muzzy. Good to see you, kitty. My first super chat from a cat, I think. $2.99 super sticker, actually. Thank you very kindly. Moments with Muzzy. I hope, you know, you're staying out of the rain. We all know cats hate getting wet, right? Thank you very kindly, Moments with Muzzy. Much appreciated. Hey, Harjot. Well, so far the wind isn't really posing much of a problem, so let's hope it stays that way. Hey, Jake Eves, Alex Oliveira, Mark 311, SG, hello. The rain's not so bad if it's just raining without the gusting winds, right? You can just walk along with your umbrella and it's usually just fine as long as you keep the umbrella overhead properly. But when the wind starts blowing around, your umbrella starts blowing around, next thing you know, you're not even covering up half the time, fighting with your umbrella, getting wet in the process. All your stuff gets wet. Just a big pain in the ass. I think we all saw Johnny's stream yesterday in his video to see how that works out, right? Hey, Ame, how you doing? Franny14. Alright, later, boom. Just no more lurking, back to working. Hello, Heather. Good to see you. And Devin Sullivan. We're on Shooter Street, heading west. Got Jarvis right up ahead. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, Carl. Hey, what's up? No clue. Hey, Mark S. Alright, we'll go south down Jarvis. I think this umbrella has some windproofing features built in, yeah? Has that design you can see there, right? Allowing the wind to whip through there. Hope you enjoy your stay, Jake. Too bad the weather sucks. I think on Saturday it's supposed to finally clear up and warm up also. Hey, Carol, hello. Got my waterproof Vessi shoes on. Yeah, prolonged rainy days are a bit of a bummer, right? Like one day is more than enough. Hey, Alan K, $3.99, so we convene on Friday Eve once more. Yeah, how many Friday Eves has this been now? I can't even begin to count them. Cheers, Alan K. Thank you very much, and happy Friday Eve, I guess. as in the eve before Friday. Glad you're enjoying Famous Master. Yeah, we'll try to make the best of this, right? Make the best of the rainy walk through downtown Toronto. Maybe just enjoy some of the rain sounds on the umbrella and that sort of thing. We'll also get a look at all the types of umbrellas people are using. Some of them are big, some of them are small. Some have that bubble design that I find funny looking, but I'm sure we'll see every sort. Hey William, hello. The drip, I'm not sure, Devin. The kids talk about the drip. Hey, Kyle Walker, what's up? Yeah. It can go away at any time, I think. Hello, Jax. Welcome. And Lena, hello. Got like a honkathon up there. I'm not sure, John. We're taking a bit of a break, it seems. Hey, Capellan. Hey Gaby, how you doing? What's up, Howard? Almighty Om. Everything's all fogged up. You can't even see the financial district. This umbrella is called the LAN umbrella, as you can see there. Hello, Diane. Hey, good day, Toronto Walker. And Jan Neeson. least everything is nice and green now. All this rain will probably help that out a bit more. We're at Adelaide. Let's take a walk through St. James Park here. Not too many people enjoying the park right now, right? Bit too soggy for that. Right on, Diane. I can't think of a better way to take a break, right? Geez, even the pigeons look drenched and miserable. Look at this poor guy. He's like, I'm not enjoying this. Not too cold though, so I'm sure the pigeons are faring just fine. They survive all winter, right? They walk around when it's like 10 below zero and they seem okay. I think a little bit of rain isn't going to faze them. They just look so drenched though. Their feathers have that drenched look to them. Hey, Yahya. They look like a cat that fell in the bathtub, you know, that sort of look. King Street. I'm going to duck into a sheltered spot here for a moment. To my power bank here. Seemed like my phone was losing battery life a little too quickly, so I just unplugged and plugged back in again my power bank cable. Maybe get a better solid connection. Definitely a bit of a drag if you want to do things like that during constant rain. You have to seek out these sheltered spots in order to even do that sort of thing without getting everything all wet, including yourself. Hey, Mike Landry's in the house with a $2 super. Hi, Ken and chat. Good day, Mike. Happy Friday Eve, as we like to call Thursday. Good to see you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated, Mike Landry. Thank you very much. St. James Cathedral. Like, look at the top of the buildings. Those ones aren't even that tall, and they're all half covered in fog. Hey, Elena, how you doing? And 274727. Some major puddles here. Let's walk through them with my Vessies. Show the shoes. Waterproof. Hey, Felicity's in the house. How you doing? I didn't see her pop in though. Hey, JZ71.
Oh, really?
Wing Zero. Welcome, Blue. What brand? These are Vessies. They're just like sneakers, but they're waterproof. Hello, Yvonne. Not a bot. We're in Oldtown on King Street, heading west. There, my power bank re-plug-in seems to have done the trick. I haven't lost any more battery life. Hey, KG. It's a parade of umbrellas.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
No first Canadian place, it's completely covered in fog. It's like it's barely there. I can just make out a little tiny bit of it. This umbrella's kind of big. I keep hitting poles and things when I walk past. We're getting some wind. I don't think we'll be seeing the tower unless we're right next to it. Get to the tower. Oh no, it's gone. Where's the tower? Where did the tower go? Hey, thanks, Gaby. That's right, hit all the buttons, you know, like, share, subscribe, of course. Hey, rub one out, Rosie. There's one of those bubble umbrellas. We're at Yonge and King. Or is it King and Yonge?
I am, but I can't go there.
I don't think Felicity's in here. I saw someone say hi to her, but I don't think she's here. Maybe they saw 274727 and thought it was 12H08. Hey, Jelly Bean, hello. Is it just me, or when it's raining, do people honk their horns a lot more than they normally do? I mean, Toronto's a pretty honky city, even on a nice day, but seems to go up a level when it's rainy or miserable outside. Yes, and I used the word honky as a verb. Hey, Torno, hello. Admire the stately elegance of Commerce Court North. They don't make them like this anymore. Hey, Jillian Felix, hello. Look at all this. It's like a squirrel. They just don't do that anymore. Hey, the color purple. "12H08 is Felicity's channel name. Oh, the wind's kicking up now because we're surrounded by skyscrapers on all sides here. We get that wind tunnel effect. But my umbrella is holding out pretty good. It hasn't blown inside out or anything yet. I think this one is a lost cause. I think it's blown inside out one too many times. Eventually it just doesn't go back to its regular shape after it's had enough of that, right? Crossing Bay Street. My old umbrella was like that, that's right. Let's do the 360 pan around here at King and Bay with the fog. Yeah, this umbrella is, I think, the most heavy-duty umbrella I've ever had. Alright, south down Bay Street is the old Stock Exchange building. And there's a museum here now. The Design Exchange. Hey, Daniel, hello. And Visit. White Rabbit, like as in Jefferson Airplane. One pill makes you how's it go? One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small. Hey, Chowdhury, hello. We're the Umbrella Gang. Don't mess with the Umbrella Gang, yo. Hey, Picard is in the house. We had William T. Riker in the chat last time. Wonder if #1 will come back now that Picard is here. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Doug in Kitchener, hello. What's up, Tom Seeley?
There's no way they keep up.
You can see my gear is all covered up with plastic to keep it dry, right? It looks ridiculous, I guess, but it keeps my stuff dry, and that's the important thing. Not to mention this big umbrella. Crikey's in the house. And Sam Ronald, 111 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Sam Ronald. Cheers, Sam. Thank you very kindly for the support. It's not pouring, so my stuff would probably not get too wet without this protective layer. I think my umbrella would probably be more than enough to keep it sufficiently dry. But, you know, I just thought, well, you never know. It could start raining heavily at any time. The wind could kick up.
I need a lighter. People are scared to even light a phone.
Can you see the tower? Nope, you can just see a little bit of the shaft. No tip, just the shaft. There should be a big tower right there. telling that guy, no, you cannot turn here. You must go straight. Hey, Divyesh Patel, hello. Yeah, that would be very kind of you, Divyesh. All right, my phone keeps telling me its power bank connection is not good, so I'm gonna have to redo it. Maybe I'll go inside Union Station for a minute and I'll redo it again. Hey, Gertish. I keep getting a pop-up like every 30 seconds. Quite annoying. I have to okay it every time just to see what the heck is on my screen. Feels like the rain is sort of stopping here for a minute. Yeah, it's barely raining right now. Getting a brief reprieve maybe. That guy was all decked out in gold. Did you see that? I love gold! I'm from Holland. I love gold! Wipe this off. Close my umbrella for a moment. The cash man. Hey, Dixon Cider, hello. All right, let's head back out. Just a little glimpse inside Union Station. Hey, rainbow obsidian. Yeah, it hasn't completely stopped raining, but it's light enough right now that maybe I can temporarily not have to use my umbrella. Get a bit of a break. Hey, Mr. Adam's apple. Banger, yeah, I was talking about that earlier. That's right. It was colder in 1967 than it is now. It actually went below zero in 1967 for the overnight lows, but I think other than that, this is the next coldest temperature we've experienced this late in May. The rain just can't let up for even just a little while, eh? Has to start coming down again. All right, I'm gonna cross. Alright, time to open the umbrella again. Are you ready? Boom! Yeah, she's doing okay, Rainbow Obsidian. I was just talking to her yesterday. She's hanging in there. Hey, Will Lee. John O'Meara. Can I even go into the lobby while I'm live streaming? Let's see. There's like a doorman there, right? I don't know if the doorman will be cool with that. This is hard to do here. Hard to do with my umbrella. Inside the Royal York Hotel. We'll just take a peek. There's music playing in here, of course. Even in a upscale hotel lobby, you can't avoid music, right? This is it. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I don't want to linger in here with the ever-present music. Maybe I'll go in and do a pre-recorded video where I can at least edit the music if need be. The haunted bathroom, that's at the King Edward Hotel. We walked past there earlier on King Street. According to those, of course, who believe in such things. I am not among those. Look at this giant umbrella this one guy has here. It's like bigger and higher than all the rest. Oh, it's a beautiful, sunny, warm day, Gertage. Tom Seeley, $5. If I was coming back as a ghost, what building would I want to haunt? I don't know, maybe the City Hall Council Chamber. How about that? Either that or the Legislative Assembly at Queen's Park. Thank you very kindly for the $5, Tom Seeley, much appreciated. Hey, harmless potato. I haven't been to the Toronto Zoo in decades. Patrick Leclerc, hello. When everyone has an umbrella, you have to be careful not to, you know, have your umbrella collide with their umbrella when you walk past. It can be a bit tricky sometimes. Gotta do some fancy umbrella maneuvering. Are you kidding me? Get out of town. 100 bucks from Jelly Bean. Sounds like a great day to wear shorts. Well, I am wearing shorts under my pants, if my underwear counts as shorts. Holy cow, Jelly Bean. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Jelly Bean. And you know what? On a really hot day this summer, I'll try my best to don a pair of shorts, even if I have to cut off the legs off an old pair of my no longer being worn jeans or something like that. And I'll do a short stream. I think I can handle one day in shorts. For such an awesome amount of support. Thank you again, Jelly Bean. Thank you very kindly, Jelly Bean. Wowee, thank you. Yeah, I'll even put it in the title when I do my hot, muggy summer short stream. Johnny can film it. Yeah, remember the time Action Kid and I wore the same shirt? Well, maybe Johnny and I can wear the same shorts.
Please.
We could talk about that for years to come. King Street. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. A little bit speechless, I find myself sometimes. Hey, Musing. Moments with Musing on that umbrella. Assless chaps. I guess only if the legs were cut off on the assless chaps, then they would be shorts, right? We're going north up University Avenue. Hey, we're over 300 viewers, about an hour into the stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for checking things out. We're walking around on a very rainy, miserable day here in downtown Toronto. The rain is almost light enough, again, to close the umbrella, but not quite, you know? It's kind of annoying when it's literally almost stopped, but it just has to rain just enough that you need your umbrella. If you're like carrying around a bunch of electronic gadgets, at least, such as I am. Right, Gaby, have a good dinner. Thanks for checking things out today. Stay dry. Hey, Alfred, hello. Hey, Kristen Fuller. Long time no see. Yeah, that's come up before, Diane. The only thing is, it makes it hard to do things if I want to like pan around or pan up and down or zoom in on things, which I like to do during my streams and my pre-recorded videos also. So I like to have the freedom to be able to move the camera around any way I like, you know? I'd have to move my whole body around if I had a mounted camera, and I wouldn't be able to really capture things the way I'd like. Unless I had a little remote control or something, maybe, that I could use. But if you're just doing a straight walk without any pans and that sort of thing, then that would work, right? Because some people have done it that way, where they're just literally walking along without stopping or turning or looking up and down or all around. Elizabeth's artwork, hello, watching from New York. Yeah, Toronto and New York often have similar weather. They're not too far apart. Yeah, I think Saturday things will clear up and start warming up. Hey, Felicity's here now. We just walked from St. George to Christie. We mistakenly thought that you were in the chat earlier, Felicity, for some reason, but that was not the case. But it's good to have you here now. Did you have an umbrella at hand, Felicity? Is it stopped now? It's barely raining again. You're always here in spirit. Yeah, apparently. People see you even when you're not here. Do I have a favorite intersection? Yeah, I like Front and Bay at rush hour. I enjoy just watching all the activity there. And Yonge and King I like, and Yonge and Dundas. And I like Bay and Bloor. Hey, Randy Roberts. Yeah, Karen on the Humber. Jellybean very generously sent a $100 super chat earlier. That might result in me wearing shorts sometimes during the summer. Joey just a fallow. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to check, Joey. To my Ken Continuum Gmail, I take it. Sometimes I don't always see emails right away. It might take a while before I get around to looking at them. See, that's how hard it's raining right now. Just little tiny drops. Hey, Bill Chow. It's definitely a bit of a rarity, at least for me anyway. Randy? Craig Dwyer, $9.99. Happy Saturday. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but Saturday will be sunny, so I'll definitely be happy on Saturday if that's the case. Thank you very kindly, Craig, for the $9.99. Let's hope Saturday is sunny and I'll be happy, right? Cheers. Thank you very much for the support. I'm doing okay, Jillian.
Yeah. Like what now? But I haven't heard much like so that I'm not sure so much.
Oh, I remember that, Joey. I remember that now. Yeah, I'll check out my email. Hey, Jacques Pilon, hello. Look south down University Avenue. We're heading north. Lowered my umbrella again. And it's back up. Still got too much moisture coming down. It's the Duke of Cornwall. What are you going to have for dinner this evening, Felicity? Hey, caffeinated? Kermit the Frog, huh? Hi ho, Kermit the Frog is giving a live stream tour of downtown Toronto right now. Is that your favorite? Hey Jeff, yeah, that was something, right? I just don't think she was aware of how, you know, the laws around public recording work, obviously. Surprising, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, it's perfectly legal to record video in public. I mean, I don't know why they would think it was otherwise, but it is what it is. I chalk it up more to ignorance than jealousy, but it was obviously a little bit, you know, in the wrong. More than a little bit. She was completely in the wrong. All right. crossing Dundas Street. No, there's like a mist, just like a fine mist coming down. It's not even proper rain. I just found it funny how that woman seemed so, you know, like she couldn't believe the fact that Felicity might be streaming with me willingly, you know, like it was like, why would any, you know, young woman or whatever want to partake in such an activity? Like it was somehow some sort of violation or something. Like, what? Yeah, the umbrella is kind of useless right now, I guess. That's right, it was literally Felicity's idea. Does she know you're recording her? Yeah, that's my friend. We're live streaming together. The girl inside buying the cookie? Yeah. Like her brain exploded then, like, what? Why would she ever want to participate in such an activity? Only perverts want to be live streaming in public. According to her, in her mind. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn, hello. Hello, Pamela. Hey, Jennifer Haley. Yeah, that's awesome, Jeff. I like to hear things like that. I like that all the walks inspire other people to do something similar, or to just get out and about more often. Yeah, Felicity, did you watch the replay? I made a little short on my channel of just that interaction. I know that makes you uncomfortable. I remember that crazy guy in front of the building on Bloor Street. You looked very visibly uncomfortable during that whole interaction. There's a good food court here. Oh, nice. I was surprised that there's a Chapters bookstore inside the lobby, I think, at the same hospital, I think. Oh, thankfully the weather will be supposedly clearing up for Saturday, so the bassets can stay dry, and the people who love the bassets. Hello, Ida. Hey, LAB. Any plans to travel to Mexico or the Caribbean? Not really, no. Hey, welcome back, Jake. Well, I'm happy that this umbrella hasn't blown inside out even once yet. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it somehow, but for a miserable rainy day, at least it's not super windy. Could be worse, right? Hey, Whitby dude. Yeah, I've visited the US a number of times. Been to New York a couple of times. Went all through New York State, really, and then also went to Washington, D.C. Went to Detroit a few times. Never... The western US, though, I've never been there. I'm sure I'll go back to the US sometime, probably not in the immediate future. Maybe in 3.5 years. I don't know. We'll see. Crossing College. Yeah, there's a possible North Bay visit, maybe in late summer. It's not scheduled yet or anything, or penciled in, but it's a possible visit around that time. And maybe a couple of other places also I have in mind. Nothing is confirmed. I just sort of fly by the seat of my pants, you know. I'll just think, maybe I'd like to visit such and such a place, and then I think about it and mull it around for a while, and then as more time passes I start to think, well, I better get things confirmed, you know, before it's too late, and then I'll get around to doing it and booking trips or whatever the case may be. That's how I did my Montreal visit last year. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll also know that I went to Calgary and Edmonton. I went to Edmonton twice, did some content there on 2 different occasions, and I went to Calgary and I combined that trip with an Edmonton visit, so I did the both. I streamed in Edmonton on one day and then I streamed in Calgary on the next day, and I also did Vancouver before that. So I've been around, you know, I've been across a good chunk of Canada, at least, making videos and live streaming. Yeah, that's right, Felicity, I remember. I don't know if that's clear enough to read, but you can always pause and read. Well, maybe I'll just read it. I am content. I am doing what I want to do. Why shouldn't I be happy? See what my riches consist of. First, I have important work that fully occupies every minute of my time. I am needed. All right, that's what that says. Figured, why not? I'll just read it. Hey, Billy B, hello. Johnny would love to see me in shorts. I don't know if he'd love to see me in shorts, but he has questioned my resistance to wearing shorts on more than one occasion. Because as soon as the weather even goes into the upper teens and the sun comes out, Johnny immediately dispenses of his pants. Thanks, Rainbow. It was kind of a glare. It was a bit hard to read that. Now it's kind of heavy misting. It still looks more like a mist than a rain, but it's much heavier sort of mist now. I think it's trying to rain. Proper raindrops. I agree, Bill, I agree. I much prefer big cities. There's only so much content you can do in North Bay. I've done several visits where I recorded videos. Some of them have done pretty well because I think a lot of North Bay people are people that used to live in North Bay and moved away many years ago, came upon my videos. So some of them have racked up some pretty decent views, right? Some of my North Bay videos, like, you know, in the 12,000 view range, you know, that's not so bad for a video about a small city in Northern Ontario. Went to North Bay once. It's nice if you like outdoorsy stuff, right? It's between 2 lakes. Both the lakes are nice. One's a smaller, deep, cold lake. The other one's a much bigger, warm and shallow lake. So you got your lake preferences covered there. If you're into fishing, there's tons of fishing, obviously. There's beaches, you know. It does get hot in the summer, just like here. So lots of nice beaches, lots of cottages around North Bay if you're into the cottage thing. It's not as expensive as Muskoka. you can get a much better deal on a cottage. And it's only about an hour further north than Muskoka too, so it's not that much further. Unfortunately, I don't fish, Randy. But yes, that's right. North Bay does have the shad flies. They only last a few weeks. In the middle of summer, though, unfortunately. All right, I'm gonna make this light here. All right, Queen's Park. See all the water dripping off my umbrella here. Yeah, black flies are a problem. Not so much when you're right in town, right? I feel like in downtown North Bay or any of the built up areas, you don't really have to worry about black flies so much there, but if you go out into the bush, yeah, for sure. You'll get eaten alive. I used to fish, Randy, when I was a kid. I don't know, I just gave it up. Just decided it wasn't something I wanted to do anymore. I think I fished until I was around maybe 11 or 12 years old. Mostly with my grandpa. Yeah, I just lost interest in fishing. Well, I became a vegetarian while I was still living in North Bay, so I guess fishing was pretty much out of the question after that, right? Alright, we're heading through Queen's Park, making our way north. Yeah, there's lots of fish in Trout Lake and in Lake Nipissing. Both lakes are pretty stocked full of fish. There's some huge fish in both lakes actually, like muskies, big ass muskies, and sturgeon also. There's a town just about 20 miles west of North Bay called Sturgeon Falls, named after the sturgeon. Hey, Derek C, hello. Ooh, can I make this light? Hey, Canadian Vasily. Banger, it's definitely worth visiting the islands. I just paid a recent visit, although I just basically hopped on the ferry to take a ride there and back. But the islands are pretty spectacular, definitely worth visiting. It's a huge park for the most part. It also has a small section of housing with some year-round residents who live there. There's a little amusement park for the kiddies. Some awesome beaches. Yeah, it's an awesome place. I definitely recommend visiting the islands. And the ferry ride is amazing. The views are spectacular. I just did a video where I took a ride to check out the skyline view. Hey, Miss Loba Bob, hello. Yeah, a lot of people bring their bikes on the ferry. Lots of awesome cycling trails. And the islands, like the land area, is pretty huge. It's like, I think, bigger than Central Park in Manhattan, right? We're heading north up Queen's Park, the street. The dog's looking at the squirrel. Pretty awesome as well. Getting a bit of a dip in signal, sorry about that. Go to the beach in shorts with Johnny. I want to plug in my power bank again. Outside of the ROM, or across the street is the ROM anyway. You wipe off the lens here. All right. Make sure all my gadgets are properly protected from the rain. Park Hyatt, this historic luxury hotel. ROM, we're at Avenue Road and Bloor. This phone is not waterproof, no. I mean, it can take a certain level of moisture, but it's definitely not what I would consider waterproof by any means. So I try to keep it as dry as possible. I literally have a clear Ziploc bag wrapped around my phone to protect it from the rain right now. Yeah, the Church of the Redeemer is very old. This is the Mink Mile, where all the luxury shopping is to be found. Not all of it, but a lot of it in the city. As far as downtown goes, anyway, this is where you'll find a lot of it. It's a rainy stream today, Carlos. Go buy a Rolex. I've already got 5 of them. I don't think I need another one. I'm wearing all 5 on 5 different appendages right now. Where would I even put a 6th? Hey, Stephanie Jackson, hello. Prada. Ferragamo, or however you say it. Hey, Phuket Walk, hello. So far so good, you know. The miserable weather has been somewhat tolerable. Hey, Jane DeJaren. Maybe I should get some new shades at Prada. I don't even have my shades on today. Even for me, this was just a bit too gloomy to bother putting them on, right? I do have my limits, believe it or not. Well, these stores don't have to be packed with customers in order to stay afloat, right? Everything is so expensive. As long as they have a adequate number of sales a day, they're good to go. And I think the companies also, you know, just keep them open even if they're not profitable, just to have a presence. Alright, walking east along Bloor Street through the so-called Mink Mile. Hey, Peter Bradfield, $1.99. Get that back. It went away. Haven't been 21 in like forever. There used to be a Forever 21, a couple of them downtown, but they're gone now. But thank you very, very kindly, Peter Bradfield, for the support. Cheers, Peter. Much appreciated. We're at Bay and Bloor. All right, I have to tend to my gimbal again. Need to find a sheltered spot here that's not in the way.
Oh. All right.
Can't do it there, that's the doorway. Yeah, my front-facing camera has something partially blocking it. That's why it looks a bit foggy when I spin the camera around. Alright, is there any place I can duck into around here? Maybe right here? This is not being used. Pull this down a bit. Yeah, the joys of streaming in miserable wet weather, man. You have to take into account a lot more things just to keep your stuff dry. All right. It's awesome to see we still have over 350 people watching. You walk around getting soggier by the minute here. Thanks, everyone. Whoops. Looks like my gimbal is starting to protest. It's starting to protest these conditions. It's like, I don't like these conditions. Desist with these conditions. All right, let's try the front-facing camera here. All right, that's better, right? No more fogginess. $350 party people. But if you are new, or even if you're not new and you haven't subscribed yet, this is your chance to do that. If you want, you know, it'd be cool if you did. Hit subscribe, hit the like and the share, hit the notification bell so you can watch future live streams, because I do these streams every 3 or 4 days for the most part. So regular live streams around the city if you're into that stuff, and also pre-recorded videos on my channel that I post every day that I don't do a live stream. So basically every day you can watch a new walk on my channel. Yeah, Paul had a sheepdog named Martha. That's what that song was about. What about the theme song to the Littlest Hobo? Does that count? There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be. Fernando. Walk light is on for all crossings. I remember when the Littlest Hobo had a different theme song. Because I think there were 2 different airings of the show. I remember, like, the older version, it was like, traveling around from town to town. Sometimes I think I'll settle down. And then they changed it to that other version. south down Yonge Street now. A rainy, soggy, misty, all of the above, moist Yonge Street, if I want to use that word. Do we want to use that word?
Tastes better.
Funny how moist and mist are very similar words, but they conjure up a really different image in your mind when you hear them, right? Just a random musing from the Ken Continuum. Make a left on Charles. Oh, there's a look down Charles. I think we're going to stay on Yonge Street though. It's a bit more interesting, I think, right now. Glad you enjoyed the cookie crawl. There might be another crawl coming up of a different variety. I think Felicity has come up with another idea. Might have something to do with donuts. Hey, Sapand. Definitely not those, Coco Carlos. Been there, done that. Yeah, Sapan, once the fireworks started, my signal started dropping, so I started backing away to try to maybe get a better signal. But the signal stayed crappy. But then after that, I just totally lost you. Hopefully your signal held up better than mine. Mine just went to shit as soon as the fireworks started. It didn't go completely dead, but there was lots of buffering, right? Lots and lots of buffering. All right, Rainbow Obsidian. Look at this nice old school shop here. We get rock t-shirts, posters, sunglasses, leather goods, gift items. Got your Nirvana, got your Zeppelin. I love these sorts of shops, you know. Yonge Street used to have way more of this sort of thing. Thankfully, some of it is still here. Got Rush. Oh no, that's not Rush. My bad. I saw the SH, but it's Cash, not Rush. Why isn't there Rush? Where is Rush? I should go in and complain. Is there at least a Rush patch on here? What kind of Toronto rock shop is this? Where's the Rush? Well then, I'm sure there's some Rush inside, right? Yeah, KG, there's gotta be. Whoa, I didn't mean to zoom in like that. My phone's a bit touchy now. It's getting wet despite my best efforts. It's getting a bit wet. Touchscreen phones do funny things when water droplets hit the screen, right? Van Smythe, that too, right? There are lots of Porsches. I never noticed that sort of thing. Yeah, the phone just does things all on its own when it gets wet sometimes. Here's where the old gasworks used to be. I think Rush played a show or two here once upon a time. Lots of other rock acts also played here regularly. Metal, rock, that sort of thing. Mike Myers immortalized it in the Wayne's World movies, although that was taking place in Aurora, Illinois, not in downtown Toronto. Mwakavi, hello, welcome to the stream. You saw Aerosmith there? That's awesome. Hey, that's awesome too. Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Billy Idol and Joan Jett. That's quite the pairing. I'm a fan of both of them. Megan saw Joan Jett last year. She really enjoyed it. I was the one who got her into Joan Jett. Yeah, Stan Mikita's instead of Tim Hortons. We all know what it really meant though, right? Canadians knew. Cesar 1. And it's funny how when Rush put out their first album, a lot of people initially thought it was Led Zeppelin. Like a song like Working Man and that sort of thing. Oh, is this the new Zeppelin? Jelly Bean, yeah, I saw that movie in the theater when it came out, and then I bought the DVD, and then I showed it to Megan, and that's when she became a fan of Joan Jett, and she realized a few other things also when she watched that movie. What about Dread Zeppelin? This one is like, where is this music coming from? I had music sneaking up on me. I'm not sure, Peter. Let's just say yes. We'll just say yes. Right, Miss Loba Bob, right? Another Toronto band. We're at Yonge and Maitland, so we're just heading south down Yonge Street. In the heart of downtown here. Yeah, a lot of musicians go to Steve's Music when they're in Toronto. I have a couple friends who work there at Steve's, and they've seen all sorts of celebrities come in. Not just musicians, actors as well like to go there. Hey, coleslaw. Subway sounds. Ooh-wee. What a washout of a day, man. For the second day in a row. And maybe tomorrow also. Can't even see one Bloor West. It's all fogged over. What am I having for supper? I'm not 100% sure. I have a few things in mind. What should I have? Should I have a burrito? Should I have a pizza once again? Should I have pasta? Maybe some pad thai. I don't know. All that stuff sounds good. Maybe a veggie burger. Jessica says pizza. That's what I seem to have more than anything else. Fold the pizza up into a burrito. Hey, there's an idea. What would you call that? A burrito? I'll have a burrito. Hey Maher, how's he doing? Or how you doing? Anzarati. Yeah, my sister is doing good. My sister Melissa. I talked to her not too long ago. Alright, should I cross? Guess I'll cross here first. Taco pizza, and there's also sushi burritos. I think there's a sushi burrito place right there, actually. Just right up the street there. Fajita. I like roti also. I like dosa. I don't know, I like a lot of things. I'm not too fussy. It's funny because when I was a kid, I was super fussy. As long as it's vegetarian, I can eat just about anything, I think. And I seem to like most things also. Yeah, I like samosas. If I had to choose a favorite drink other than like pop, you know, or root beer, something that's more healthy, I'd probably say peach juice. I really like peach juice a lot. Hey Romero Santiago, hello. Rob Mahoney. I'm not a foodie though, right? I don't make a big deal out of eating or the food I'm eating. I just basically want to nourish my body to keep me alive. And you know, if I can do that with things that are tasty, then that's pretty much all I require. I'll even do it with things that aren't that tasty if I have to. But I've never been one to want to do things like food vlogging or anything like that. Was that in the first movie, just Smitty? I'm trying to remember. The Hatter says Wendy's milkshakes are good. Yeah, I think I've had a Wendy's milkshake before. That's something I don't have very often anymore, is milkshakes. It used to be a regular thing when I was a kid, you know. I guess that's like a thing all kids enjoy, but I kind of really don't have them anymore. Last time I had a milkshake was when I went to the Shake Shack and made a video just to try it out, you know. It's called Shake Shack. You got to try the shake. And it was good. It was just small and expensive, but it was good. Here's the IKEA. My umbrella collided with another umbrella. The sidewalk can get a bit narrow here for the number of people who are on it. So if everyone has umbrellas, gotta make sure you don't have some umbrella contact. A brawly traffic controller. Just walking past Thai on Yonge. Just thinking about the pad Thai there right now. It's so good. Hey, Van Smythe. Yeah, that's not a fun time. Oops. This is the Muzak zone, but I don't hear much Muzak right now, thankfully. Or maybe I spoke too soon. I jinxed myself. My umbrella keeps hitting things. Oh yeah, here we go. Muzak. Walking past the warehouse, of course. Terrible Muzak too. Couldn't even play at least some good Muzak to give me a copyright claim. Alright, enough of that. Yeah, pretty much every other establishment on this stretch of Yonge Street has music blasting out onto the sidewalk. Still over 353 people watching my moist journey around downtown Toronto. Thanks everyone once again. You know, like, share, subscribe if you're new. Come and say hi in the chat if you want, or not. You do have to subscribe to come and say hi in the chat though. But it's free, no big deal. Almost feels like the sun is coming out here with all the big screens at Yonge and Dundas. It's not the sun, it's just many large video screens. Even in the rain, they have the fountains on. Peter Bradfield, $1.99, 60 years ago today. The #1 song was Ticket to Ride. That is awesome. How about that? Crazy to think, you know, how much time has passed since the Fabs were ruling the charts. Thank you very much, Peter Bradfield. Much appreciated. It's always nice to hear a little factoid involving the Beatles. Alright, I know normally I end a lot of streams here at Dundas Square, but I'm going to keep going because there is a final destination that I think I have in mind I'll take us to. So I'll keep it going just a little longer. Some of you might be able to guess where that is. And no, it's not Shake Shack. No relation to the new movie. So I will be remaining alive at the end of the stream, I think. At Dundas and Victoria. The Shorts Emporium, that's right. We're going to head to the Shorts Emporium. I'll pick myself up some styling shorts. Courtesy of Jelly Bean. It's all quiet here now. They closed down this SIS that used to be here for, well, several years. I'm not sure how long it was here, but I think it's closed now. This used to be a very interesting corner here at Dundas and Victoria. not the underwear style shorts. Hey, I'm not ruling anything out. This is the TMU campus, formerly Ryerson. Hey, evening Lisa. Looks like my phone battery has decided the power bank is not of any use to it anymore. It's plunging rapidly. Looks like I'd have to end the stream anyway, even if I didn't want to. But we're gonna go around the corner onto Gould Street, and yes, I am heading to the Metro store, the grocery store. But I better start saying my goodbyes as my phone battery is descending down to nothing here. It's at 17% and dropping. So thank you everyone for joining me on a very moist, misty, wet, dreary, drizzly, rainy, you know, all of the above Thursday around downtown. I had a lot of fun. I stayed mostly dry. My gadgets stayed mostly dry. Not completely dry, but dry enough, I would say. So I hope you all enjoyed the walk as we made our way up and down and all around downtown. I'll be streaming again in 3 or 4 days, so of course keep an eye out for that. Hit the notification bell, you know, subscribe, like, share, all that stuff if you haven't already done all that. But you have, right? You have. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening, a pre-recorded video around 7 or 7:15 p.m. There'll be a live chat during the premiere of that pre-recorded video, so hope to see you there in the chat. And a big thanks to Alan K and any other mods that might have popped in to keep an eye on any troll-like behavior. I didn't see any though. And a huge thanks to all the awesome support. Super chats, super stickers, all support is greatly appreciated. Of course, that monster super chat from Jellybean. Thank you so much once again. Until next time, I will continue. Thank you everyone, and thanks to all the channel members as well. Right, we're at Church and Gould. The Metro is just right up ahead. Alright, have a great night everyone, and let's look forward to some sunny days ahead. I think Saturday is looking pretty good. Hopefully my next stream will be under better conditions. Alright, night everyone. There's me again. See ya.